Hi, it's everybody. It's Crystal. So I hope that you are doing great today. Today is 3/18/2023. So do you guys want to look at some yarn? You know I love to look at yarn. I have no one to talk yarn with, except for you guys. There's really no one I'd rather talk yarn with anyways. You guys understand the love of yarn. Alright, so I have some yarn from iSharns, iSharns.com. Not affiliated with them. I just buy their yarn and look at it and make things with it every now and then and donate it and do other things. So some of this was new and some of it was, actually I think most of it was new, maybe. But let's have a look at it, okay? So, first up, with iSharns, they're located in Turkey, if you do not know. They have extremely fast shipping. It always gets to me. This one got to me. I ordered it. They shipped it. I ordered it at night. They shipped it that night, and it was here. FedEx Express, I believe they shipped it. In either 2 or 3 days. It didn't take any time at all. So you know that's always wonderful. So with iSharns, I always give you the number because they have such a large assortment of yarn on their site. So if you just type in this number right here, it'll bring you directly to this yarn in this color. And then if you scroll down, it'll show you the other colors, if any, that they have available of this particular yarn. So this one is called Summer Gold. It's 95989 is the number. Now, I have had this yarn before, this same exact yarn, but I purchased it from Hobium Yarns, which is another company that is based in Turkey that I like. I haven't had it for a long time. So I do know really a little bit what to expect with this yarn. I just never had the iSharn brand, but it's probably the same. So why don't we go ahead and look at it. So if I remember right, this was classified as a 2-weight last time I had it. So if you look closely, you can see that it has a bit of shine as well as the dull colored yarn in it, which gives it an interesting look, especially if I think this would be great for like a shawl. If you're making a shawl when it hits the sun, right, that would be beautiful. I do, like I said, believe that it is a 2-weight. It's a nice, thicker too. It's doable for me probably. Not really like my favorite weight to work with, but we can go ahead and, yeah, it's called Summer Yarn. Let's go ahead and read the fiber content. Yeah, they classify it as a 2-weight. It's 70% mercerized cotton, 30% viscose. 100 grams, 350 meters. I'm going to give it to you in meters. And then just know that the yardage is a little bit more than that. And they never ever give washing instructions on these things. Like how, so I don't know. But this feels good. And you know, it's 70% mercerized cotton. It feels really nice for mercerized cotton. And 30% viscose. I think it's actually beautiful. And I think whatever is made out of it, whether it be a shawl or a lightweight spring summer top, will have a remarkable drape. This one does get my seal of approval. But like I said, I have had this before. And I did know what to from Hobium. It's the exact same yarn. I did know what to expect with this. Now, the thing is with ice, you cannot buy a single ball of yarn unless they sell it single. You have to buy it by the pack size that it has. And this comes in a 4-pack, and it comes in this little zipper pouch here. So, but yes, so that's that. At the end, I'll tell you, I usually since iSharns has such high shipping, like shipping can be a lot of money depending on how much you buy. I usually add up how many balls I got and then the cost of it, and then with the shipping, and then I divide it by how many balls. You know what I mean. I add up the price of the balls plus the shipping, and then divide it by how many balls I have. And I tell you, I can give you an estimate about how much I paid per ball. All right. Okay, up next this is a yarn that I've had before. Actually, I have had this one. This is their Rockstar. It's very, very similar probably to a lot of yarns that you've seen before on the market. This one is 51555 Rockstar. It comes in an 8-pack. I'm trying to get the purple. Can't find the purple anywhere. I'm trying to make this, I want to make this shawl. But I want it to make I'm going to use baubles, and I want it to look like grapes. So I searched everywhere. I went to, because there's a few companies that sell yarns similar to this. I went to Hobby, I went to Hobium, and then I went to Velrita. Velrita only had like 2 balls of it. That wouldn't have been enough for me to make a shawl. So I just have to wait for them to come back in stock. But anyways, they do have this one. I thought was very beautiful, this teal. So the Rockstar comes in the 8-pack. It's 19 merino, 70% polyamide, and 11 acrylic. They do classify this in medium weight number 4, 115 meters to be a little bit more yardage, 125 or 130 yards ball, something like that. No, and there's no washing instructions. So this is very beautiful. As you can see, it's like a metallic looking yarn. And it is chain spun. This chain spun's my second favorite yarn next to roving. So if you look closely, it does have a little bit of a black fuzz on it, which it's nice. Sometimes this yarn, though, if you do make a mistake, it can be a little bit hard to take out, but it's not like a deal breaker. It's not that bad. But look at the shine on that. That is super gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. So I'll probably make something with this one, but I am going to wait around for that grape. And then I also got it in yellow. I thought that this would either make some type of nice top or pineapple stitch triangle shawl. I do got the rectangle on my channel, but a pineapple stitch triangle would probably look pretty good in that metallic yellow. This is the Rockstar as well. Very, very pretty stuff. The colors that they have are all very pretty. I love the red too as well. It's so pretty. I do have a shawl on my channel made out of the red. Like I said, it's remarkable. Very beautiful, especially when it hits the light just right. So that comes very highly recommended by Bagoday. All right, here's a yarn. I don't know if I've ever had this before. If I have, I don't remember. It's called Leonardo yarn. There's your number, 78228. I always try to read it backward because it shows up backwards on my camera, and I make sure that I'm reading it right. Leonardo, huh? So this one is 2, 4, 6, 8-pack you have to buy. Check it out. It's pretty colors. I like that. So this is a roving style. You can tell by looking at it. I think it is. Let me look at it up close. No, it's not. It's chain spun. So we got a chain spun yarn here. I do have a video on the differences between roving, chain spun, and plied yarn. I'll put a link to that below if I can remember. If not, you can always find it on my channel underneath my playlist called Yarn 101. So there we go on that. I'm going to guess that they're probably going to I don't know. They misclassify sometimes. I'm going to say that's a good 3-weight. But it is chain spun, but it does have fuzzy around it. That's why at first glance I thought it was a roving, but it's not. It's chain spun yarn. Feels good. I always say ice yarn kind of smells like a factory. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. This one doesn't. This one smells a little bit like a factory. Not off-putting. And if you let it sit out on your desk overnight, it goes away. Like, I've had this up here on my desk for a while. Now it just smells like a desk, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't smell like anything. Anyways, let's read this one. The Leonardo is classified as a lightweight number 3. Yeah, it's a good classification. 50 grams, 190 meters, so a little over 200 yards. 66 merino and 34 organic cotton. So this is a merino cotton blend. It feels good. I like it. It's not itchy at all. The variegated, but I'm not a huge fan of variegated yarns. I can do the stripes. I love the ombres. Variegated don't work. They take a special stitch. So I really have to think about it when I use a variegated. But this one is really pretty. I love the colors in that one. They did have other colors I can remember, but this one kind of spoke to me. I don't know what I'll do with it. Probably nothing, but I think it's beautiful nonetheless. I wonder if this would color pool. I've been thinking about trying to. No, it won't. It's not going to. It won't. But anyway, so that is a very pretty one. I would recommend that. It's not itchy, like I said. I think that would make something really pretty. And it being chain spun, even though it does have wool in it, it's going to make it nice and lightweight and probably make a nice spring shawl, spring top, or something like that. All right, so let's move on to, oh, look at this pretty stuff. I've had this before, but I've had the equivalent to it from Hobium. I've never purchased it from Ice. This is called Night Star 67963. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. But you know Bagoday, if you know anything about me, I like the bling bling bling. I like things that sparkle a lot. I love sparkly yarn a lot. Let's look at this. Shall we? Okay. That's pretty. Night Star. Look at that sparkle in that. It's very sparkly, a lot more than what is showing up on camera. This, though, does have a bit of a fuzz around it. So, again, I can see it maybe being a little bit of a problem crocheting with it, but probably not nothing that would ever deter me from using it because it's so sparkly and pretty. Let's see how it's spun up here. This is also a chain spun yarn. It's got quite a bit of metallic running through it. It's a, I'll show you up here close. It's a chain spun metallic thread, or metallic thread. That's why it's so sparkly. It's just chain spun metallic. There's no yarn attached to it. And then it's got fuzzy around it. So that thread underneath that gold sparkle is solid chain spun. There's no yarn mixed with it at all. So that's what's giving it so much sparkle. It's very nice yarn. So the Night Star is classified as a 3-weight here. Check that out here. Why don't we? I'll give them that 3-weight. That's nice. I like that. And this is 17 wool, 17 visco, 20 acrylic, 56 metallic. That's a lot of metallic. That is a lot of lyrics up in there. 200 meters. So you got about 225 yards there. And it does come in an 8-pack. Gorgeous. Now, as much as I love that gold, got a lot of pretty colors in this, you cannot beat a good red, especially if it's like blood red. So I did get it in another color. This is the same yarn, the Night Star. Ugh. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, wow. This one, out of all this would be one of the keepers for me. I will definitely make something drop dead gorgeous in that. I think that would make a beautiful top, beautiful wrap, beautiful shawl. Anything you wanted would be beautiful with that because you're going to sparkle in the moonlight. Oh, wow. That's a pretty yarn. Now, that is a pretty yarn. It's got so much metallic in it. It's so beautiful. And that red is killer. It's to die for, isn't it? I love that. That is beautiful. So yes, this I'll put in my keep pile. And again, that's the same as the Night Star. It comes in an 8-pack. I do know that they have a lot of pretty colors in that yarn. But I could only get 2 at the time. So I did have to get the red. I like the champagne color too. It's very pretty. I think they had a pretty teal, if I can remember, and even a brown. I don't know why I didn't get the brown. Champagne was speaking to me, but I got that red first. All right, let's move on. Why don't we? Move on. I think this was something new. If I say it's new, that means if I've ever had it, I don't remember. So this is number 69411, and it is their natural cotton in the color brown. Well, I'm always looking for a good cotton yarn. Makes nice spring and summer projects. Let's look at it. Let's feel it. Okay. Set that to the side. It smells fine. It don't really smell like a factory. So natural cotton. They're classifying this as a 3-weight. I agree. And it is 100 grams, 100% cotton, 180 meters. So you're looking at about 200 yards of just a 100% cotton. This feels to me a bit like peaches and cream or something like that. I would call this, although it is, I would not, this is only my recommendation. I wouldn't consider making a top or anything out of it. To me, it's not a garment worthy cotton. It's more of like a, I'm going to make a wash rag or a dish rag or a pot holder, you know, stuff like that for the kitchen, you know. But that's just me. I'm kind of particular on the cottons that I'll use for, that I call garment worthy, you know. I think they got to be really nice. And this one, it's not, there's nothing wrong with this, but it's very similar to like Peaches and Cream that you can buy at Walmart. If you buy like a brown ball of that, it's going to be pretty much like what this is. Only it looks really like it could split really easy because it's plied and it's not spun very tightly. It's actually spun quite loose. So I think, yeah, that's got a lot of plies. And look at how that spine is so loosely. That's gonna hang up on your hook. I'm not trying to dog it. I'm not dogging it. I mean, it would be great for kitchen items and stuff like that. So, yeah. But nothing I wouldn't probably make a top or anything out of. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next. Oh, I got a couple more, a few more. Actually, few more. Oh, I got to tell you the name on this one. It's 78251. 78251. It's called Pure Wool in the color Magic Gray. Now that's a pretty color. I like the color. I love that green and gray together. It's very pretty. I know someone else would like that too. I really do. Reminds me of somebody. Okay, so it does really smell like wool. It feels like wool, but not super itchy. So it is, they're classifying that as a 2-weight. I'm not seeing that. That's the thing is with when you buy from, I noticed from Ice Yarns and Hobium, which is very similar. You got to watch their classification on their yarns because sometimes they just don't classify them right. I'm going to give that a good thick 3-weight, maybe a third or 4, a light worsted, something like that. Definitely not a 2-weight yarn. I guess you guys would probably all be in agreement with me that that is not a 2-weight. But that is very pretty. I love the colors of it. So this is 100% wool. 50 grams. They give such a small needle size. 125 meters. So it does feel like wool. It is a bit grabby. But I love wool. Any type of wool. Even if it's straight up off the farm wool, I still like it. So I would consider it, I would still make a scarf out of it. I could see if you're sensitive to wool, you might want to stick with making like, if you like this, a sweater or something out of it that you could wear a shirt underneath it. But I wouldn't have a problem wearing it up against my skin. But then again, like I said, I like the straight up off the farm wool. I don't care. So, of course, it's not my favorite. I like cashmere the best, but this is a very pretty yarn. And if you like wool and you don't mind a little bit of grabbiness, it's not too bad. I would recommend it. I would buy it again. But then again, I love wool. That's a beautiful, beautiful color. Okay, let me move on here. See what else I got. Oh, that's the same yarn. I got it in another color, so I won't open it. That's the pure wool again. I'm not sure why I bought that color. That's not my style, but it's pretty still. Okay, I have two more yarns to show you. 2 more. Now this I know I've never had before, ever. It's pretty though. It's pretty. This is 78183 Summer Palette. I hope I said that right. It's got the sequin in it. Sequin. I know I don't say it right. I say sequence. I know that's not right. So sequin. Sequin. I've been told so many times to quit saying it that way. It's sequence. No, it's got sequin in it. See that? Ain't that pretty? Oh, I love yarn with beads, sparkles, sequin in it. I love all that stuff. So this would be a yarn. This is classified as a 3-weight, huh? Looking a little thin for a 3. But why don't we check that out? All these yarns, of course, are made in Turkey, so in case anybody's wondering. Now that is very pretty. They're very tightly wound. Let me go over here. 200 grams, 800 meters. So you got about 880, 90 yards. 70 acrylic, 30% polyester. Now, like I said, they classify this as a 3-weight. This is definitely not a 3-weight. I could tell by the amount of yardage that's in it. It's just wound so tight. I'm trying to find a strand that I could show you. This would be a yarn that I would put with another yarn. Now, I'm not big on that. That's definitely like, that's like a, between a 1 and a 2. So you got to watch those classifications there. I'd give it a 2-weight probably. But you see that sequence in it? That would be pretty. Putting it with another like complementary solid color. And then it would add a little flare with those sequins in there. Now, you can't feel the sequins really. I'm rubbing it up against my neck. It's not sharp or anything. And especially mixing it with another 3 or 4 weight yarn. I would probably, depending on what you were making, it would be very, very pretty. The sequins appear to be about 5, maybe 6 inches apart. Be nice if they were a little bit closer, but still, that's going to make it something very pretty and very sparkly. I like the color, that burgundy color, mauvey burgundy. Very, very pretty. All right, I got one more to show you here. Oh, that comes in a 2-pack. That one does. Okay, this one I plan on keeping to make a top or something out of, maybe. Let me give you the number on it. It's 5. I've never had this one before, I don't think. 50538. I guess I don't. I'll have to feel it first, but it sounded nice. But you know, sometimes yarns sound nice and then they're crap. And then some yarns sound bad and they're like super cool. So excuse me for a second. You don't know till it gets here, right? That's the chances you take buying online. So this is called Cotton Bamboo Light. Look at it. Why don't we take a look? Oh yeah, that feels like I thought it would feel. So the Cotton Bamboo Light comes in a 4-pack. You have to buy it in a 4-pack. And they're classifying this as a 3-weight yarn. It's got a nice shine on it. I give them that good classification, number 3-weight. That's a thicker 3. That's nice. It's a nice 3-weight. If you look closely, you can see that it does have a nice shine on it. That's that bamboo. Bamboo has a nice shine. Bamboo is a wonderful, wonderful fabric for the summer, and so is cotton. So you got the best of both 2 worlds right here. You got the shine, the softness. It feels really nice. Whatever you make with this, I can tell is going to have an excellent, excellent drape. I love the fact that it's a thicker 3-weight. This is nice. It's 60 bamboo and 40 cotton. Thicker. It says it's 3-weight. I can give it a thicker 3. 100 grams, 140 meters, so about 160 yards there per ball. That I like. So that will be a keeper for me too. But I also got it in this purple because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to make a top out of. You guys can let me know. I'm making a top right now. I'm actually at the making of the video. Like I said, it's 3/18/2023. You will not believe. I am so ashamed of myself of how many projects I have on my hook. I have 1, 2, 3 cardigans on my hook. I have a top that I'm getting ready to finish today. T-shirt style top that I made out of cotton. Oh my goodness. A blanket and oh, I got a cable stitch hat, which I've got my yarn out ready for, and a shawl. Yeah, I'm ashamed of myself. Bagoday doesn't do that type of stuff. She's usually a one project type of person, but I've learned recently I got to have multiple projects going, but this is more than what I usually have. I get confused of where I'm at and which ones I'm doing, but so I'm just going to try to pick one up and finish it, and then pick up the next and finish it. I do get bored, so I think that's why I have so many going. But anyways, this purple is so pretty. This is the same, the Cotton Bamboo blend. Which one of these do you think would make a prettier spring summer style top? Probably one. I don't know if I would do it with a more solid stitch. I have one right now that's pretty solid that I'm making. Or a more lacy stitch that you would have to wear a tank underneath or something like that. But which one do you think? Because one of them I'll keep and one of them I won't. I'm really digging this purple. I like purple a lot. It's just not usually a color I gravitate towards. And I do have a cotton similar to this already that I have a top plan for that. So I'll probably, I don't know. You know, those two look good together. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not really good at picking out colors. That's why I always say that I usually stick with solids or pre-striped yarn, self-striping yarn that's already, you know, striped together. That way, or ombres. That way I can, if it's self-striping, I can color control it, and the colors are already in the cake that match. Those two are very pretty. I'm digging that purple though, but I really do like that peach as well. But like I said, I have one similar in it. I have like a Pima Cascades or something in the pretty similar to this, so I might do that purple. We'll see. You guys can let me know what your thoughts are. Which one's your favorite out of these two, purple or the pink? This bamboo cotton is really nice. Like I said, it's called Cotton Bamboo Light. Extremely nice, and I do have enough to make a top out of both of those. So that's a lot of what that's most of what I got with my ice yarn order. So I'm definitely going to keep one of those cotton bamboos, and this I can't part with it. I can't part with it. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. It's so light and airy. I've never really seen a yarn that was chain spun. This is the Night Star with solid metallic. No yarn whatsoever or no string whatsoever in it. It's just straight metallic chain spun. And then it's got fuzzy around it, which makes it more solid. It's so dang sparkly. What should I make with this? A shawl? Poncho? It's got a gleam in the night though. Under that moonlight. It's pretty stuff, isn't it? That's pretty stuff. I like everything that I got. So everything I got, I would recommend again. I probably would not buy this cotton again, only because I can just go to Walmart and get peaches and cream, and it's very similar to this. But other than that, it's all extremely pretty, and I like it. So thank you everybody for watching. Remember, let me know if you would like to see a top in that, the purple or the peach. I guess whichever one gets the most votes wins. And what should I make with this? If you had this, what would you make with it? This sparkly stuff here. I don't know. Or some type of wrap, maybe. I don't know. I'll wait for your guys' input. I value it. So I will see you on my next video. And thank you for talking on with me. I do enjoy having friends here to share the same passion as me. So I'll see you in my next video. Yeah? All right. You take care, okay?